Okay, I'm pissed 4400 and I'm pissed. Really for real. Here's the email from YouTube. Dear pissed 4400, this is to notify you that we have received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. And when I clicked on it, it was one of my Gorgeous George videos that I made today called I Was Once a Douchebag Years Ago Like Gorgeous George. This motherfucker decides to the fuck takes and wants to complain about me talking about myself, what I used to do. I mean, I wasn't even talking about this motherfucker. I was talking about myself in that video, dude. And because I used your picture as a tempo, doesn't necessarily mean I'm critiquing copyright or any of that shit. So you're a false flagging fat tub of shit in Richmond, Virginia. And I mean every word I say, you're nothing but a fat tub of shit. You fat tub of shit. You fat tub of shit. And anybody that is appalled over George's behavior, which I am, will have my permission to take this particular video and others that are regarding Gorgeous George and put it in their YouTube channels. They can upload it to their YouTube videos. I applaud anybody. Sean Brennan, I want you to do a video. I'm looking for some more videos of this because I remember the last time you did a video regarding me, you was appalled about George's behavior. Now I'm very appalled of this man's behavior. And let me tell you something, I was never a fan of him, but I was a guy with sincerity and patience. And this fat tub of shit is so pathetic. And I guess George got butthurt the fact that I got 3 thumbs ups, which is really one of my first videos that I got more than 2 thumbs ups, and more supporters on my backside and regarding Gorgeous George than any other video I made. And it was only because I spoke the GDMFT goddamn motherfucking truth about myself being a douchebag at a forums that had to do with video games. I'm not gonna say what forums it is out of privacy, but it was the forums problem took place at a paint job I did on the Sega Genesis system. I painted it white. It sucked dick, and I talked about in the video that he flagged and want to flag as a private individual instead of flagging under one of his other accounts that he has. He has Gorgeous George DVD. He has George Yarrett. Those are one of the 2 usernames, and then he has another user account too, which I did a search through that Wikipedia page that Brennan or somebody made. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm in support of Sean Brennan. Somebody say, well, Sean Brennan ain't your friend. He may be using you. Well, I don't care. I don't know him and he don't know me. Because I ain't friends with somebody doesn't mean that I don't disagree with them or don't like what they do. There's some things that he might not agree with me, and there's some things that I might not agree with him. So be it. We have mutual respect. And that was the thing. And one of the things I like about Sean Brennan is that when he speaks to GDMFT, he gives you a reason why in a way that anybody like a narcissist fool like Gorgeous George would use as an advantage to improve on himself and get better on life. This motherfucker is the opposite and a failure to life. His daddy should have put it back in, not the others. His daddy should have stuck his penis back in his pants. Those few years ago. And when he was born, I think it was a couple years before Charles Manson was famous. That guy that I got as my little avatar. Yes, I like Charles Manson. I don't, because his interviews with people makes more sense than the interviews that I see out of your so-called skits, if you know what the fuck I'm saying. I have never been as hard with this man before, but I guess he has that effect on people. You know, he just has that exit out the door, other end kind of way, like Brennan put it in that candid interview with Gorgeous George, or someone who pretend he was Gorgeous George or whatever, and then Brennan. I'll tell you, I would love for Brennan to jump on this. If you can, my friend, you have my permission to take this video, or even the comments on this video, and others, and add it to your account. If you don't care about them, that's fine. I'm just saying, because the fact is the man is pathetic. But it's not, you know something. It's not so much Gorgeous George that's the problem. It's YouTube. YouTube is making the problem worse by allowing the actions of one idiot to go on. They're the ones that are actually taking the videos down, not Gorgeous George. YouTube is the one. YouTube is the one that is doing it. Now, it said something about privacy invasion. What was so invasion? What was invading privacy regarding that video when I was talking about myself being a douchebag on certain internet forums I used to be at? Okay, it was all about me. And it was the point of looking at Gorgeous George and talking about in a couple of videos that I made that a lot of things he did reminded me more of myself as far as failures and as far as behaving around certain things and scenarios and certain people. And that was one of the examples, the internet video game forums thing. So there was nothing about Gorgeous George or threatening about Gorgeous George. He got butthurt and jealous because he was getting viewers. He was getting thumbs ups. The man is mad at me and obsessed. He looks through my channel every day. He is just as obsessed with us as he is with himself. Yes, he is. You didn't take the time to do something constructive, but you take the time to do something that is some foolishness. How dare you, you fat tub of shit. You fat tub of shit. You fat tub of shit. I mean, I'm fat. That's just a fuck admit, I'm fat tub. But you are fat tub of shit. When we call you a fat tub of shit, you are a fat tub of shit by character, not fat tub of shit by so much your size, motherfucker. You are the fat shit. You're the fat man that plucks and pokes his stomach right out and got that hair that looked like you stole from a dead skunk or some animal and shit. I looking at the hair, I said, what the fuck with the little white? Like, I didn't know Betty probably like rubbed on with a dead skunk, took the hair follicles, glued it on his head or something. It looked like a skunk's tail, for God's sake. Y'all need to take that piece off your motherfucking head. Take that piece off that shit you got there, man. Cause it looked like some kind of freak Frankenstein show. Oh God. You know. And I just saw one of his videos recently when he was pointing at the camera like this, all you saw were these big long hands like women's hands. I said, damn, do you paint those hands, boy? I mean, damn, they're so long. You got some long fingernails, boy. They're longer than my toenails. About the size of them. Shit. I cut my toenails. Shit. Does he paint them? That's the question. Some people wondering why you're insulting this man. Because this man's insult to people who really need help on YouTube. This man's an insult to things that similar and emulates what I went through. I thought I had to deal with a idiot by the name of William Lacey, a man that I used to go to Goodwill with, or I didn't go to Goodwill with, but I actually see him every day and didn't have a choice but to, because he was just as much as a customer as I am. I thought I had to deal with him, but at least he has a fucking life. You are a tub of shit that doesn't have a fucking life. You will continue to do what you're doing, whether if it's someone good or bad. But the thing that makes me mad is that you're attacking a good person, okay? And I'm not going to label no one else as bad because I don't know either Sean or no one else. All I go by is performance, and all I go by is what I see, and I address it. You know, maybe there's some shit you done to these people. Maybe there's some things that you done to Sean. Maybe there's some things you done to Leighton Harmon and all these other fuckers that got them aroused in the way that they are doing the kind of shit that they are doing to you. Maybe you need to look at yourself in the mirror, but you're almost impossible. I thought my mother was impossible, but she at least has hope. This man will perish through the lack of knowledge. If there was, if anything that I said out of my mouth was part of the holy book, and if George was contradicting, he would go to hell for the lack of knowledge. That's how screwed up the fuck he is. And he gonna try to attack me, or call himself trying to start some stuff with me because of some video that really has nothing to do with him, but it's a comparison to him. I was talking about myself in that one video the whole time, and because I use a tempo as a little way to present my video, instead of people seeing a background of my room or a plane that needs some work done with it, or my legs or some shit, you're going to attack me because I use your picture? The subject is about you, but it was mostly about me in that video, you motherfucking dumb tub of shit. God! I wonder how many gory holes that he ever went through. And I don't even know what gory holes are, but I assume there's something to do with the butt or some shit. Because I know he does take it up in the ass a whole lot. And the Italian stallion, please, that guy ain't no damn stallion. And if it was, it'd probably be one that has some sort of, what you call it? What's that disorder that people are disformed? A little bit. What is it? Down syndrome. A stallion. You probably a stallion with some kind of Down syndrome disorder. Look at that hair. Oh, God. That Italian stallion needs to be cooked and roasted. I mean, God damn it. It's amazing how these two guys are with this man. Now, maybe Kevin is friends with George. And that is the only reasonable friend that George probably doesn't deserve, but everybody deserves chances and fairness. It's amazing. I was talking about something I kind of did years ago, and now I'm getting flagged of it. So for my protection, what I did was I took the video down before YouTube did anything else. Because they told me I had 48 hours to do something about the video. So I'm taking it down. I'm going to re-upload it. And I'm not going to use a tempo of your fucking face. Because I see that you will get butthurt over the fact that you are going to try to find some excuse to knock it down. I have a feeling you've just been waiting to flag me. Yes, you have. You say you're busy. If I was a busy man worried about someone that died, I wouldn't give two fucks about what someone think of me. I had people who did things that were worse than you. Impersonating my names, taking videos, just not out of concern, but out of harassment in a way they wanted to impersonate my username, my real name, and my last name. And I don't do that to anybody, even to people I don't like. And I'm starting not to like George. George is an idiot. He's a self-loathing, self-centered son of a bitch. He may be nice to kind of sit around with in terms of going to the airport, but as far as serious stuff like an opinion to him or about him, you can kiss that. You can kiss it goodbye as far as peace. You can kiss it goodbye as far as peace because this man will turn it into a World War III. I mean, God damn it! I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if you two decide to use make a statue of this man and say he's the flagger, or use a symbol whenever a person wants to flag a video and it has a little shape of his fat fucking ass on there. That could be a great little YouTube symbol. Like if you want to flag a video, be a little icon that's shaped like Gorgeous George's body and head and shit. That skunk head, like implanted or something, man. Maybe that was one of Frankenstein's or one of those. Maybe that was once Frankenstein's lost misfits or some shit. I heard he had quite a few things that didn't go well with his creation. Maybe that was one of them. Crazy. It really is. And I encourage anybody that is against the way YouTube is abusing people who are not doing nothing wrong to take this video and add it to their account. I applaud you to do it. I you know I subscribed to Sean Britton actually a few days ago because I like the way he speaks. He speaks the truth and he backs it up by telling you how you suck, and he kind of in a way he tells you how you can get better. He's very thorough. The only time that he is sort of kind of maybe a little bit unreasonable is if you've already been told this several times, like this guy has, and now you're just being looked at as a complete joke because obviously you're dumb, your head is fat as well as your stomach. You say you lost 45 pounds, but we don't see too much difference in performance, do we? I bet you it took you a long time to lose that much. You need to lose more and start so your brain can have a clear view that when someone makes an opinion, that doesn't mean an attack. God damn, I'm so mad. I'm more mad at YouTube than I am with Gorgeous George because YouTube is just as ignorant as this man for taking counsel over his behavior and his narcissistic baby acting retardedness. He probably, he talks about double dildos. I'm sure he knows it very well. And he don't even look that clean. I mean, some people say that man don't look that clean. He don't look that clean. I mean, one of his videos that he talked about Sean Brennan, Harmon. Now he keep attacking Harmon and call him a fat tub of shit. Harmon seemed like I don't know which one is Harmon. I don't know if it's a guy by the name of Nim or the other guy that was doing a video that I don't know. Anyway, whichever name is Harmon, I seen two people that look similar, and both of them seem to have more class than you do. You are the impossible. You even treat your guests, I mean your co-hosts, like shit. Magic Matt, when you had him as your co-host in the 1998 video that you have on your account, George, on your account in 1998, when you had a subject regarding the JFK Jr. plane crash and the three wishes with the genie thing, you treated Magic Matt like a tub of shit. What you did to him was disgust me. It actually makes me more angry than my own mess because Let me tell you what went on in that episode. Magic Matt, all right, sitting there, looking dazed as usual. But when the subject comes to the JFK plane crash, you start to want to get engaged with the conversation between Kevin and George. Soon as he talks, George is like, excuse me, I'm talking. Kept telling Matt to shut up. Kept telling Matt to shut up. And then at some point, Matt, I guess, couldn't find nothing else to say or do. He gets up, goes to the bathroom. Then, some point or another, he starts speaking from the back room. And then George tells him, why don't you just feed yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? So, he tells him to do that. I guess another way to shut up and to stuff his face with sandwiches. So he gets done eating peanut butter jelly sandwich, and they start taking phone calls regarding the JFK plane crash, JFK Jr. And when Matt was trying to respond to the caller, George's like, be quiet up there, Matt. First he told him to shut up. Then he kept telling him be quiet. And then another thing that made me angry that I want to share in my motherfucking mind to the people. When Matt was screening calls in which George was getting that butt hurt feeling as usual because he was getting those prankers, the ones that call him fat, fuck, and all that shit, he the fuck said, I want to know who's manning the phones. I don't want Matt to man the phones. I want Paul to man the phones. Because it was obviously clear that he was telling everybody, including Matt, that he was incompetent to screen phone calls. When really, when the other guy screened phone calls, it was really no more different than what Magic Matt was doing, you piece of dumb tub of shit. And you call this person your friend? You treat him like he has some kind of a mental problem or some sort of a retard the way you treat him. No wonder he stabbed you in the back in court. Now I don't even know what that's about. But he keeps talking about, I had a friend that I housed, that he got into some trouble, and that he spent 5 years of his life in prison. And I helped him out, and he stabbed me in the back. He took advantage of me. No wonder. Maybe you stabbed the back on him. I mean, it was a time that you didn't have him on the show, and you had some dude by the name of Dapper Dave. And from what I understand, people asked for Magic Matt, so you brought him back because of the people. You didn't actually bring him back because of your own judgments, right? God. You're just as worse than Bill Lacey. You're just as worse than that other tub of shit that lives in the area where I live, and he doesn't even produce a public access show. He's just a guy that picked at me because of my YouTube videos. I don't be telling these people like Bill or anybody to go to my YouTube channel and watch. They come on their motherfucking own. And just like the way this motherfucker was doing shit to me at Goodwill, George is doing similar. But right, difference is I don't deal with him in front of his face. He's doing it online. Now he can do videos and talk about Leighton as a fat ass. He can attack people. But when someone does the same shit to him, it gets removed. YouTube is not playing fair, and I am not going to take this shit lightly. Even when I was attacked, when people impersonate my videos or my identity, I was the motherfucker that contacted YouTube, and YouTube gave me some troubles. Now, anybody like Gorgeous George, they don't give him no trouble. What the fuck is up with George, where you guys don't give him no trouble, but you give people like us trouble? I even reported that video that you had when you shown a phone number and address of Sean Brennan, which according to Sean Brennan, he tells me the address that he previously lived on, he hadn't lived in there for over a decade. And when I called those two numbers, my friend, those two numbers led to some people, real life people. And they don't realize that you posting numbers on the internet and that they're probably going to be victims that you don't know about. So I implore people to flag that video because I tried to and nobody, YouTube ain't listening to me. I figured if George could flag me for something that I ain't doing wrong, why not flag that video of something that has to do with a phone number and address that he is showing to public, which is completely illegal. And when I checked, I don't think those numbers and addresses are even public information. So you are illegal. You talk about people recording other people and you say that's illegal in one of your shows. Well, what you're doing is just as illegal as anything else. So you're a hypocrite. I am going to do videos. I am going to do my review about you later on. But I'm not able to because of the problems that I have in regards with the fucking editing and getting to know YouTube a lot better than I have been for the past 2 years I've been on. And then on top of that, I have a lot to do, other things that have nothing to do with YouTube. That's part of pretty much my life, okay? So I'm doing these small little tidbit videos because for right now, the truth needs to be coming out. I thought I was doing goodwill videos. Now I'm doing videos about a public access man who has gave me more interest to do him than anything else as far as characters. And the only anger I got is the fact that he's doing this shit on me. But on a video that's nothing bad. I was talking about myself, man. People were applauding me. They said, wow, man. Good for you. They liked it. And you gotta take it. I'm gonna re-upload it though. And you won't have when I said it, there'll be no excuse for you to flag it. I know you use those tempos as an excuse, but those tempos will be replaced with something authentic. Because I like to represent my pictures, advertisement, or tempos in a way that people don't see my background walls or nothing. Because I had a few people that told me that gave them a wrong impression that it wasn't a Gorgeous George video. And I completely understand that. And I completely understand that because I don't like it. But as you have to understand, I have limitations. And let me tell you something. You attack more people than what you know of. You attack the special ed people. You mentioned about Sean Brennan in special education. You're putting down the special education, special needs people who are vulnerable and don't have ability. I'm somewhat special needs. So when you talk about the special needs people, you're talking about me. Because it's an insult to me as well as to Mr. Brennan as when he worked whatever. And what if he takes it as personal or not? In reality, whether I take it personal or not, you are insulting more people than what you think. You think you're attracting the ladies by talking about all this poop and fart shit. You ain't attracting no ladies. You're attracting nothing but disgusting crap. I mean, this perverted stuff. I mean, Howard Stern is a little bit classy than your faggoty ass. And that's why the name False Flag Faggot is that the name that Brennan was created because obviously it's true to the T. And I encourage Brennan and anybody else who has an interest in Piss 4400. They have been having interest with me for a while, since September, to take this video and put it on their channel and let YouTube and them know that they are just as worse than Gorgeous George by allowing this idiot to do what he's doing. He is the ultimate bully. I was dumbfounded when a woman emailed me and said that you will find that George is the most trolling or most of the bigger bullies than the people that were attacking him. And I'm realizing it, and I'm looking in the fine picture in my own perspective, and I'm realizing this woman is right. I don't know how to say this woman's name, but I realized this was a female user because she said in her one of the videos that Brennan made that she was a female. But I wonder if that's the same female. I wonder if that's that female that Matt Wilson guy was showing. I'd be really happy if that was her. If not, it's still cool. But I'm saying this guy is crazy. Brennan, you are more right. He treats people that even tries to be sincere or fans like shit. And I am going to take your videos that you made regarding myself and I'm going to put it on my channel. And I want the people at home to see. I'm Pest 4400. Thank you for watching my 30-minute video of my frustration with this idiot who makes a big deal out of a video because I use a tempo of his photo just to let people know that the subject is a Gorgeous George subject, and the video itself doesn't have Gorgeous George's picture on it. But here's the hypocrisy of it. Gorgeous George is a public person. He's in the public access station. Comparing Gorgeous George to a public official would be no more different than comparing him to a public a board member of some kind of township supervisor municipality meeting. Because when you go on those public access stations, my friend, you will become a public icon. Whether if it's in the popularity or the majority or the minority. I see all the goddamn motherfucking later. I think I had my anger soothed enough. I mean, this guy's a complete idiot, and I'm mad. Goodbye now.